I have a partner, yeah. She doesn't like partying, and I met someone who loves to party.
And I'm partying with them.
And I'm partying with her. Like, would you call that cheating? Like, have I started cheating on my girl?
If it happened once, like maybe you went to... I think it's fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Stop it. Yo.
Several times it becomes...
We trust men enough to be our world leaders, but we don't trust them enough, or we don't see them as mature enough to resist the urge to cheat.
Why do we? I wish I had an answer to that. This thing in between the ties. It's
we are all humans. We have something between our thighs.
We are all human. And the one that is between the man's one and woman's one is different. Yo, my people, was good. What's up? What's popping? We're back. We're live. Back to shooting the OnlyFans. No. Only I don't know how many people, like, whenever I tell them, like, we're doing OnlyFans, they're like, only what?
OnlyFans.
They think always like it's OnlyFans. So, Mr. Chris, maybe it's time for us to... Okay, no, I'm just kidding. We'll keep the name because I think it has a nice twist to it. You can always joke about it, right? But it's only facts, so where we bring you all the juicy things, topics about life, relationships, and friendships, right?
Absolutely.
But what's good, Toby? How you doing? What's popping?
Yeah, I think you people should know my line by now.
Okay.
As always, I'm thriving.
We know.
When I have gist for you, I'll let you know.
Alles klar. Yo, like, the it is crazy. It's killing.
Ha! I was saying summer is coming. Summer is like, are you okay? Summer is here.
We've not even entered the real summer yet. So but this it is, I have no words, but yeah, I mean it's good.
But you're not happy. Which one do you like? Winter or summer?
No, I think I'm more summer person.
But then
because cold is cold is just, it's not it. I mean, like, I grew up in Nigeria, right? So I lived in the sun like all my life growing up.
But rather winter, because then you can make yourself you can make yourself warm. But you see, this summer you need everything. You need your fan. You need everything to be working around.
I think women are very, how to say, they're more concerned about.
I used to be now.
Anywho, we're back with a new topic today. It's an interesting one. So this topic, I actually did a poll on my Instagram, which I'm going to be sharing as well. We're talking about why do people cheat. There should be like a sound in that place because
producer, please put it.
Why do people cheat? It's a very big question. So my goal is to see whether we have an answer to that question today on this episode, right? We really want to understand what is the psychology of people, right, when they decide to cheat on their partner, right? Who cheats the most? Is it guys?
I was going to say, why do men cheat? Maybe we should put it like that instead of why do
people... We're just starting. You can't. No. Don't let's go there. Okay, we'll go there.
Please,
we'll go there. Right? And who are better cheaters, men or women? Right? And there are like statistics to back all these things. You know what I'm saying? So we're bringing y'all the facts on this episode. But anywho, we have two amazing guests with us who are here to help us discuss this topic. They are experts
in what
we're not.
Yeah, they are gonna finish before this. No, like not in that sense. Nah, I mean, like, of course, we bring like, we experts on this episode. No, but they are not expert cheaters. No, I'm not gonna do that to my guests. You know what I'm saying? They are not expert cheaters, but they do, in one way or the other, at least they understand this topic.
Yeah,
let's agree with that, right? So they at least have some. We all do have some kind of. We know what cheating is, and like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to, talk for them. But anywho,
wait, drum roll.
So we say ladies first now. So let's start actually with a lady, with a woman in the building. Or sometimes she'll tell me, okay, no, let's do that. Because you say you're not a woman, but you're a woman.
No, I'm a woman.
Oh, of course,
so
you
far.
It's nice to have you, Lou. I have a problem. Okay, no, don't let. Louis, no? So
Yeah.
we go with that. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. What's good? What's popping? How's life?
Life is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
blessed.
That's good.
So
I
blessed.
love
God is
that.
great.
That's some
I
period.
love that. I love that. Lou is she's an awesome human being. I've known her
you.
for
I can
a
just give
while,
that
for
same
quite
back
a
to
while.
you.
And she's yeah.
You have
she's
so many
awesome
things
human
to
being.
say.
I was gonna say that I have a problem today because both of my guests are actually Lou.
Mhm.
Guys. The two of them are Lou. So I'm introducing to us our next guest, Mr. Lou.
Lou to the right.
Lou to the right. This is Lou and but Lou Yolo, that's his full name. Lou
Yes.
Yolo and Louis, no? Okay, cool. How you doing, man?
I'm doing
What's
very
good, my
good.
man?
I'm doing very good, sir.
You know?
Yeah.
My man from South Africa.
Oh yeah.
What's the vibe?
Very, very good, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been enjoying my time since I've moved from South Africa.
Nice.
You guys doing Amapiano scene very well here, I must say.
Cool.
In Berlin,
Awesome. Yeah. And you enjoying it all? Just
Loving it.
So you dance on my piano well?
I do.
Oh, of course.
You should have done that challenge.
we should have done this, right? Yeah. Like South Africans, like, these guys, they just don't let us rest in this Berlin because everywhere is like, I'm a piano, and giving us all the, they don't let us,
You know?
because they can dance. And some of us can dance. So, it's like I feel, every time, I'm at these parties and stuff, I feel very intimidated, when I'm seeing them because it's like,
We try to bring a vibe, but we try to bring an inclusive vibe. So I've seen him dance. He's like being very shy right now. This man can bust the move.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You know the challenges.
Like I can't dance to the point that we have to create a dance meetup on ClickUp now on my app. Just it was that program was for me. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I think so. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't just for me, but you know what I'm saying? Like I needed the dance meetup just to learn the moves and
I have stories though. I have stories about this man being on stage.
Tell me now. Tell us.
There's a famous party at a famous club.
we're not doing that today. I think that's not the point
I
of
think I
this
might have videos.
No, but I think those are some of the good times I had with you as well, right? You, Raymond, and the guys.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's great to have you guys in both. You can see it's good vibes, good energy, right? Yeah, these guys, and I'm hoping they deliver on this cheating topic because I want them to bring the same energy for us to talk about cheating. Anyways, so we start from the first part of this. What do you define as cheating? So where does cheating really start? Because I posted, I made a poll on my Instagram and someone came into my DM and was like, you have to ask first, like, what is even cheating like this? Like different people have like different things they define as cheating in their relationships. And I was like, okay, but I thought there's like a generally acceptable, at least where like everyone agrees like this is cheating. It's like, no, like, okay, it's okay. So I think it's a good place to know, right? So for you guys, like, where would you say like cheating starts?
So I can.
You can start.
Go for it.
Yeah, I have a very simple definition. I think cheating starts. Okay, first I think you have to have a partner. Can be man or woman or anything else.
That's good to establish.
There's
you can't cheat on yourself.
To cheat.
There's some criteria.
Okay.
And then I think the simplest definition for me is you're cheating when you are doing something that violates your partner's trust. I think that's cheating. It can be emotional, it can be physical, but if you know that, hey, if I had to have this conversation with my partner and say, hey, let's sit down, let's talk about this, and they're going to feel that, my trust in you has like gone down maybe from like level 10 to like level 5 or something. That's cheating. That's how I would put it.
So anything you do that violates your partner's trust.
Yeah.
Trust.
But there are many other things you can do that violates their trust that is not cheating though.
Like,
I don't know, like you went to spend your partner's money that they entrusted you with.
You're still cheating on them.
That's more of betrayal.
Like, so you still violated their trust, but it's not necessarily cheating. I just want to like.
Maybe I can add
but I
to
get your
that you're
point.
not bold enough to tell your partner or something.
So whatever you're doing with someone else, maybe that to put it in context, no?
Yeah.
So I think maybe that.
Okay,
that
that's the
like
second part of the criteria. With someone else.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, you can violate trust in different ways.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
right.
not
That's right.
necessarily
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so
that was an incomplete definition. Yeah, I think if anything that violates your partner's trust with someone else,
so you're
Yeah.
you're cheating.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
okay.
Yeah,
And Lou, like, what are your thoughts on this one?
No, I agree. It was a good definition because there's so many different relationship structures. It's between you and your partner, and you have your definition of what is allowed, what's not allowed. So, yeah, there's polyamory, open relationships, all of that. So
yeah, so I mean, which is something else. Like, I mean, so again, like if you're in like in open relationships, whatever, like this I have seen like. Like things I don't even understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think polyamory is, for example, you're like a woman, for example, can have 2 husbands, and they're like all together, like, happily.
You understand? Yeah.
Happily. I was seeing it like a video, like, okay. Anywho.
We're not here for that.
No, I don't think it's husbands. It's polyamory is any person can have multiple intimate relationships.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
With multiple people.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just about
So
the
not just
sexual
about-
part. No, it's also about having romantic relationships with other partners.
With other partners. Okay.
Right.
So, but basically you can have multiple. That's kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
Like one person has like multiple. And with those partners know. I think that's what really makes it memory, no? So it's like it's not in secret. It's like
Open.
for example,
Yeah,
the 3 people know that we are all dating this one person.
Yeah, it can
You get
also
what I'm
be
saying?
just maybe there's a couple and
Yeah.
they have themselves as their main partners, but they're also both romantically dating other
Like
people.
Other
Right.
people. Okay.
Yeah, and they have different partners.
Yo.
Sometimes the partners know each other.
Okay, sometimes
it depends on the agreement. Some people don't want to know their other partners,
Okay.
and some of them just chill together, hang out.
Interesting stuff. A lot is going on. But I mean, so when we say cheating, right? So it's just to establish that it's not within those contexts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because I mean, if you already agreeing, like, okay, you can have even an open relationship, right? Then also
It's not cheating.
It's not cheating because
Yeah.
it's kind of
But you can still be cheating in
Or
an
not.
open relationship.
I have been in a polyamorous relationship.
Oh, wow, nice.
I know I'm breaking news to you.
tell me about it. Go for it.
So cheating, you have to communicate even more about these topics because you can't follow this like monogamy blueprint that society has for you. You have to set your own boundaries of this is okay for me, this is not okay for me. I would want you with the next, like a person that you are getting to know, I would want you to communicate that you have a girlfriend, that you have a main partner, or communication is very important. So you can still break someone's trust in a romantic way with somebody else. If you say, let's say you have unprotected intercourse with someone else, that can also be
okay.
Or you go to meet someone and you don't tell your partner, but you agreed before that if you meet other people,
that you're gonna tell
you're
them.
gonna tell them.
Okay, so
Some
which is
people don't
still
wanna know,
nice.
yeah.
Which is to come to this definition, anyways, which is this breaking of trust, right? So and so somehow you're saying like in whichever context it is, there could still be some sort of like breaking of trust, right, within those relationships. But I think maybe most of our conversation today is going to be around a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
So let's kind of like have a good agreement around that one. So which is a guy and a girl, right? A standard monogamous heterosexual relationship.
Okay.
Right?
Well defined, actually.
Well defined. And this is like what makes me wonder, right? Because many times there are people who, how do you say, like it seems there's nothing wrong with the relationship. I love the way you said because it's like now you're getting to something that I can relate with. There is nothing wrong with the relationship from the outside, right? Even sometimes from the inside. It's like we're good. We're all cool. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is okay. But still, someone decides to cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, why? You know, like, I want to understand, like, what causes this?
Yeah. I guess from my perspective, I think there's multiple facets to a relationship.
Yeah.
I think that the thing that most people think about when they think about cheating, they think about sex. They think about like the physical aspect of stepping out of a monogamous committed relationship. Right. And I think when you think about that specific facet, maybe one of the things that comes to mind is someone who potentially is unsatisfied with that facet. You could also cheat emotionally, like I was getting at earlier. And I think you could also just be, someone could be emotionally unavailable and you're looking for that type of warmth, that type of connection. And so you feel the only way you can do it is to step out, you know, and typically it's like physical, I guess, and then it becomes like something that's emotional. But that's, for me, I think that's the match that lights the fire, I guess.
Being in love doesn't stop you from cheating, actually. So it could be that someone is not fulfilling all the facets. Like, it could be like, my partner has anger issues and I don't like that. Maybe the person I met now, or like I can see that the person is calm.
How did you meet the person first? Why are you meeting the person?
I'm just giving
the person I met now, or you have a partner. So how are you even first meeting? That is all you met.
I mean, it could be my colleague at work. From there, like
we need to talk about workplace relationship cheating. That's another. But go on.
So, like, there are different things that could be like, I'm still in love with my partner, but there's just one thing that I'm missing. That is, like, there is a void from my partner I'm not getting, and I have to get it from, like, I can get it from someone else. And it could be sex that, like, my partner is not giving me well, but I'm still in love with this person.
Right.
But then I'm getting this well from outside. Doesn't mean that I'm even in love with that person. So.
Right. Yeah. Just like some sort of like unsatisfaction or dissatisfaction.
But I'm getting it.
Interesting point. So let's say I have a partner, right? And she doesn't like to party much, but I love to party. And now I met some girl.
Okay, how did you meet this girl?
Sorry, guys. I'm getting some kind of look. Yo, like, you won't understand what's happening in this studio room. But so I have a partner, yeah? She doesn't like partying, and I met someone who loves to party.
And you're not partying with them.
And I'm partying with her. I mean, like, would you call that cheating? Like, have I started cheating on my girl just because now I have, like, this other party buddy?
In this party, are you people dancing together?
Yes,
she whining on you.
You know, I mean, not whining. I'm not saying I'm doing that. Let's clarify that. It's an hypothetical situation. Yeah. But yeah, maybe, you know, whatever other things you do in the parties, though. You know what I'm saying?
Did you tell can you tell your partner about this?
Right, that was my question.
Is your partner okay with this?
That's the
so if you cannot tell your partner about it, that means you're cheating.
So it's cheating.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Or at least some form of betrayal. But I wouldn't consider, me personally, I wouldn't consider having a party buddy from the other sex.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider that cheating.
What happened to your other guys? Why am I so passionate about it?
Like, why is he a girl?
Why is he a girl that you're partying?
And in your case, why is he a guy? Like you're partner with? Like, why not other girls, for example?
Yeah, so...
Okay.
I mean, I have a bit of a question on this, like, because she said like it's some form of betrayal. Like, is cheating like is it a betrayal that has like a score? You know, where like there's like, you know, maybe 1 to 5. This is like a level 1 betrayal. Maybe I don't even tell my partner that this girl was whining or whatever, but it's something more serious. Like, I don't know, and I definitely cannot speak about this. Like, do you view it like that? And at that point, it's actually cheating.
Like, nothing has happened between you and this person. Just once you went out, or I need to get to your question.
As in, if we're for me, like if I'm dancing with a friend of mine who's a girl, like it's so easy maybe I don't feel comfortable talking about this with my partner, but I don't consider that cheating necessarily because we haven't done anything. We were just dancing, but it might be awkward, to like discuss this.
Yeah, if it happened once, like maybe you went to. If it happened once, you went to club and you danced with like a friend that, if it is, I think it's fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Stop it.
I think it's fine, but like several times it becomes awkward.
At that point, there's maybe something more than just
it becomes awkward and you cannot tell your partner about this. Like every time you go to club, this girl is coming to rock you.
Right.
Yeah, nah.
And that's kind of like the beginning stage.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Guys, I have a question for you. So, what are some of the biggest reasons why someone has cheated on either you or that you've heard? I mean, you have friends,
or
right?
You've cheated.
Why you've cheated. I don't know why I'm trying to assume on your behalf that you guys have not cheated, but it's okay. It's fine. But I just want to know, like, what are some of the things you've seen? I'm trying to see, like, can we bring out some real reasons here and, like, try and understand? So one, we already said, okay, yeah, like, there's something I'm missing in my partner, and, like, maybe this other person has it. This would be, like, one reason, right?
Yeah.
But how about cases where, like, there's nothing missing in this relationship? So let's say a guy, like, Luisa, like, I want to bring this to you. Yeah, so, yeah, like, tell me, what have you heard? What have you experienced? What have you seen? Right? Why a guy that has like the best girl in the world, everything is fine. She's looking good. She's like cooking and doing all the wifey things and whatever. Like,
stop assuming.
I'm just saying, like, but I mean, they say you can't get 100%, right? But to an extent. But a guy still goes out there and like does something, or a girl in this case, right? Your friends, people, maybe it's not you, but maybe, no, but I'm just curious, like, what are some things you've seen there? Like,
well, I did my research.
Okay.
I asked some of my friends, actually, who I know have cheated in one or the other way. And I got some really interesting answers. I got some answers where I was like, you were just not ready for a relationship. You were not committed enough to be in a relationship, but you wanted the comfort of the relationship. Yeah. You wanted to have access to physical activity that happens in a relationship whenever you want. You wanted to have access to that emotional comfort and all of these nice things that come with the relationship, but you were not ready to commit. But I also heard some answers where I was like, okay, that really makes sense. Like, I get, because I know that person very well, I get why you did it, actually. And for one friend, for example, it was that the relationship was not toxic. The family of the boyfriend was very toxic, but the boyfriend himself was not toxic, but it was just not it. It was not, she was trying to move on, but she was very attached emotionally. And then she kissed somebody else. For her, she counted that as cheating. Okay. I would also count it as cheating. Yeah. She kissed somebody else. She felt so bad. But she needed it to take a step out of their relationship, finally, to make the first move of, I feel like some people cheat because they are trying to move on. They're too attached. And when they cheat, they're like, I can't go back.
Okay.
Because I cheated, as like the first step to get out of the relationship. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
The way I'm explaining
so I want to ask you a question. Have you cheated on someone before?
I have not cheated on someone before.
Oh, okay. Have you been cheated on before?
I have been cheated on before.
And like, were you given the reason why you were being cheated on?
No, I think it's never... I moved on from this situation very fast because I know it was not my fault. Because I didn't neglect the relationship. I didn't abuse my partner or anything. It was... in that particular situation that I'm thinking of right now, I knew that this other person, the guy, just needed a lot of... He was just craving female attention too much. Like, he liked it too much and he wanted a lot of it. He wasn't satisfied with just one woman.
There was his problem,
Yeah,
actually.
it was his problem. It was just
Men.
Yeah.
Lou, tell me why. Give me one reason why you think we men we just don't. I think it was a movie I was watching, and the guy, like, they got divorced with the wife, and the child was asking him, like, so it got separated, and all this, like, child custody, and like you have to then take the son to the mother, like spend some time, whatever.
Right.
So like the child, of course, was confused, because it's like, yeah, but why are we not living with mommy again, whatever. And the explanation the father gave him, he said, think about it this way, Junior. You like to drink Coke, right? Cola. He said, yeah. He said, but sometimes you also like to drink Fanta.
Wow.
He said, yeah. You see, so it's something like this. Because you can't, what if I told you that you only have to drink cola for the rest of your life? He said, that would be horrible. He said, exactly. That is how father and daddy
So
feels.
you agree to leave that man.
So I was like, dude, this is quite an interesting explanation that I saw the father giving his son about why.
They also give like different soups. Like you don't want to use like Nigerian soup, egusi today.
Maybe
You want to use
so
okra.
it's Coke and Fanta, or you know what I'm saying.
Your gender,
Yo, what do you think? What do you think is the, because also, like, I mean, you're right, to be honest. Like, so statistically, I think it's there. Like, guys are more on this part of cheating than women, right? Although I think women are better cheaters than men, actually. So they know how to hide it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But men are, on the frequency, right? They're doing this more, and I wonder if there's something you think is there. Like, why do we have this?
Why
tendency?
do you, guys?
I think the guys won't like this answer. But I think the reason why is because of patriarchy. I think just, when we grow up, we just experience a lot of influences that say, hey, to be cool, you have to have the girls, you can't have the girl, like, I think we kind of have been, we've grown up where it's more okay to cheat more, especially if you think about it when you talk about it with your friends, right? Like, if you're someone who is successful, that's rewarded, as a guy. Whereas I'm not sure it's the same thing as a girl, like in a monogamous sort of like relationship. I think it's literally the reverse. Like, all of my friends have been raised to think that as a girl, I have to be, doted on, I have to be sensible, I have to be upstanding, I can't be seen to be around. I think that's probably why it's just like more okay for us to deal with.
So you're saying there's some kind of like historical, how do you say,
like structural thing that like makes it like more okay, I think.
But we don't see it as okay. Like, it shouldn't be. Nobody sees cheating on men in particular. I don't know. It's just you guys.
It's not okay.
It's just you guys that put it on yourself. Like, it's okay for a man to cheat because, like, usually maybe there's no evidence sexually or so. I don't know. There's just something about it that makes men.
Because I have heard things, from women like, they're expecting already that you can't stop. I'll be asking me like, you can't stop men from cheating. You know what I'm saying? So how do you deal with that? Because it's like there is this already acceptance.
Not from my side.
No, we're not.
Which is good.
We're not.
That's good. So you're like, which is good. Like, you have standards, and that's nice, right? But I'm just saying, like, I've seen out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you're on Instagram and you just see like some of this comments.
It's normalized,
for sure. Off. And I feel like, is this part of like what makes it even like, emboldens, like the men to like,
it's a norm in the society, so
is everyone expects anyway. It's like, okay, an average guy is gonna cheat.
Well,
right?
I think that was his point already with the whole system we live in. It's patriarchy. Yeah. It's just so normalized, and we're not even surprised anymore when we hear about another celebrity who cheated, got some other woman pregnant. Right. We're not even surprised anymore. But if you would have it in that frequency with women, like female celebrities out there cheating,
It's going to be another story.
It's in the news for ages.
Yeah.
Do you know one guy who has never cheated?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not you.
I hope it's not you.
Like you have one, you know of like someone in your cycle who has you can say beat your chest. This guy has never cheated.
Definitely. Yes.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah. I come from a very conservative place. And so like, if someone even like talks about it or thinks about it, like we all know, and it's just, there's kind of a reverse pressure, I guess, from like my neck of the woods. And so I know guys who have cheated, and I know guys who definitely have not cheated.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you?
I have not cheated.
Oh, you don't know?
Like ever. All of your relationships coming from like, I don't know, since when you started dating, from secondary school, whatever.
Because it's not like that now.
You've never, ever like cheated on a partner.
No, I've never cheated on a partner.
Wow. Lou is a good guy, man. Like both Lou's are good people, you know.
Thank you.
Maybe I should name my child Lou at this point.
Yeah, please do so.
I mean, like, I mean, that's taking your word for it, right?
Wow.
Interesting stuff. Okay, and can you say you know like some girls who?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know men and women who haven't cheated.
Okay.
For sure.
And in these cases, what do you guys think are like the reasons why they don't? So do you think it's a question of because I have seen, so I mean, on the religious side, right, there are people who have been like able to stay off cheating just out of this, you know, because I mean, you have the fear of God and like, okay, God doesn't want us to do this, and like, you know, coming from like these Christian values, right? And they kind of like uphold it. I mean, there are many people also like in church who like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like automatically. I'm just saying there are some people whose like their value system comes from that
for sure.
direction, right?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I wonder like what are some like, is it just, I don't know, these people who don't cheat, like what is the magic? So they don't go out, are their like faces covered when they're outside? They're not on Instagram seeing things going on. They don't go to parties. Like, or is it just from within? Like you just make a decision to commit, and that's like, you know, you stick to it.
For me, I think as humans, whatever you put in your mind to do is what you do. Like if you discipline yourself, I don't want to take alcohol, you don't take it. Nobody forces you. So like you already have it in mind that I don't want to cheat. It's not, it might not be biblical or something. It's a normal thing not to cheat. People that do it, they decide to do it. They decide to cheat. It's not, it doesn't just jump on you. It's a decision to like to cheat. I mean, sometimes it could be a mistake.
I hate to say that too. Yo, I have, because I actually don't have some, so I didn't do my usual like reading of statistics, right? But one of the things I had here was like a study, right, that suggests that the reasons behind cheating are multifaceted. And there was one that was published in Archives of Sexual Behavior, right, that says common motivations include like lack of love or affection in their current relationship, desire for variety. I talked about that, Coke versus Fanta. And the third one is situational factors such as being drunk.
Yeah.
Right. So it accounts for 70% of reasons why people cheat.
Okay.
That's an excuse.
I mean,
I
so
agree with that.
this is to this point of excuse. Would you excuse like a cheating partner? Like, would you excuse it? Like, you sound to like, yeah, I did it because I was drunk. I wasn't.
I have been drunk before, and I didn't feel the urge to cheat. So no, I will not accept any, because it's still an active decision. You know? You are not switching off all your brain cells just because you're drunk, and you should be aware of what you're doing.
Yeah.
If it's a non-consensual situation, that's completely different. But if we're talking about consensual, you know, then no.
I second that.
There's no valid excuse.
Okay, maybe this might sound bad, but I think it is harder not to cheat when you're drunk if you're a guy for some reason. And I say this because I feel as though, you know, like part of the reason why we go out as guys a lot of the time is because we want a certain type of vibe, a certain type of energy, a certain type of interaction. And the thing that really helps that is drinking. And so, you know, when we're drinking and then we're dancing and then you have like a good time with people, your inhibitions are a bit low. It can be tempting. I must say that. Like,
thank you for speaking for the guys.
It can be very, very tempting.
Can I say something?
Just
we also, like, as women, we also have our desires. We also can catch a vibe. We also go to clubs sometimes with our friends. We have fun. We get approached also. We trust men enough to be our world leaders, apparently, because most of them are, you know, and to lead whole countries. But we don't trust them enough, or we don't, you know, like, see them as mature enough to resist the urge to cheat when they're going to a party and they're catching a vibe and there's girls and there's alcohol.
It's art.
Why do we see men as children or like children and excuse their behavior when it comes to things like cheating, but then we let them lead our countries?
Yeah.
I wish I had an answer to that. This thing in between the tags, it's
we are all humans. We have something between our tags.
we are only human after all. But the one that is between the man's one and the woman's one is different.
It's different.
I disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very
There
I
is just
disagree.
there is something, you know, it moves you.
No, that's a lie.
You know?
We're selling society for ages. It's not true.
You think so?
Yeah,
I wish I had a medical like someone on this thing. You know what I'm saying? To help us like answer these once and for all.
Do you know how I'm
The
feeling in my
sexual
own
urge in a man and a woman, are they the same?
This is where I'm going from, right? Like, I think testosterone, like, I'm not a medical person at all, but I feel as though this is why I say I don't excuse it, but I understand. Like, testosterone, man, it
That shit is crazy,
mixed
bro.
with like alcohol. Oof, it's a potent
We have
combination.
hormones too.
We know.
We have
Yeah.
hormones too. We have desires too. I feel like, I mean, it's a common thing. It's a part of patriarchy to act like women's desires are just a taboo, and it's not, and we don't have any, and only men are because they want to, you know, keep their bloodline going or whatever. They have hormones.
Yeah.
But we do too.
Do you know
We
how
do
I
too.
feel
We have
in my
our
body?
desires.
Hey, tell me how do you feel, oh? Hey,
It's
wow.
not like I haven't been in situations where I was like, okay, this could get juicy, you know, like let me, but I decide actively, and my hormones are already boiling up. I decide actively to step out of it because I don't want to cheat, because I just have this, if I'm committed, I'm committed.
Yeah.
And I don't cheat. I couldn't look in the mirror, look at myself and be like, you know, justified to myself that I have done that.
Yeah, it's hard, but
But guys, do you consider flirting as cheating?
What do you consider flirting?
I don't know, like, what's good, girl? I see
The
you.
fly.
You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You feel me too?
Yeah, that's definitely cheating. If I
Yo.
go to someone and I'm
Okay.
like, oh yeah, I'm feeling you, you know, bite your lip a little bit, do the
But
whole...
sometimes I can do that.
do
Like,
the whole-
I do that like jokingly sometimes.
Yeah,
though.
but if it's a joke, okay. But if
I
I
do
go
that to my friends
someone...
sometimes. Like, you know,
What kind of joke is that?
You know what I'm saying? I see you.
No, okay, like
like-
jokingly flirting with my friends, I do that too. But everybody in the room knows it's a joke.
Yeah,
It's just...
They're not like actually.
Yeah,
doing
you're not
that to,
actually
like, someone.
flirting. But if
And-
it's like a stranger, somebody new, and you go there and the whole conversation is giving... There's an intention here, you know, to get to another place. Like, this is not just a friendly conversation that we're having. We're getting, the conversation is getting flirty and sexual and whatever.
Exactly.
And you know there's intentions there to go further. If the other person would agree, you would just get out, you know, and go to a hotel or somewhere.
So you're telling me like so I want to like go a bit deeper into like this, what you said. When you decide to step out of the situation, right? Because you say like, okay, like you also have like this hormones and feelings like you said, and like, it's not like you don't, like as girls, you don't get approached by guys and whatever. But at the point where you decide to turn it down, what is it exactly that like helps you do that? Like, I want to understand. Like,
God, a strong mind,
that. Okay.
Discipline.
discipline.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Discipline.
Discipline. Tell me about so what. How do you build discipline? Because I'm trying to see, maybe like guys can learn some things from the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that helps you to? Why are you laughing? That's a very sarcastic laughter. Like you don't believe that we can.
You guys have not learned anything
since 1987. No, but I mean, let's see. Maybe we can pick one or two things. So I'm trying to like understand to be in like your minds, right? And really see like at the time you decide to turn, because many guys won't turn that down, right? We know that. Like,
so some guys would.
I said many. I didn't say whole guys.
He would. You.
I would. Don't worry. I would. I have done many times, so don't worry.
Oh, nice.
But like, what helps you at that point to make that decision? I just want to understand, is it like a commitment to your partner, like this strong commitment you have, like I can't do this? Is it like, I don't know, like what is that thing that just makes you like, gives you that ability to say like no?
For me personally, it's of course the commitment to my partner, but also a commitment to myself. I heard someone say the other day, discipline is the highest form of self-love. And you can put that on so many other aspects in life. If I want to achieve this in my career, I have to be disciplined, you know? And for me, I wouldn't want my partner to cheat on me. So I don't do things that I wouldn't want my partner to do. And for myself, I'm committed to myself and my own growth. So I can't cheat. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like, I think it's self-worth. Like, I wouldn't do it. I want my partner to do things that I would do for my partner as well. So I definitely wouldn't want my partner to cheat on me. I know that. And that's that line. It doesn't matter how drunk you are or like whatever the hormones are like going through your head. There's going to be that line. And I don't agree that flirting is that line. I think you can go further than that.
You think so?
Actually, yeah. Whoa, I think you can go further than that before you actually cheat.
Bro, you want to flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But there is that point where you're just like, okay, this is it.
Okay. Would you forgive a cheating partner?
Until I'm in that situation.
Conditions? You said?
Until I'm in that situation, I don't know. Actually.
Would you?
No.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, no. I don't think I could.
Would you?
No.
Wow. You surprised me, man. Like, okay. And like, and your answers, so I want to know, like, are your answers different in the context of a relationship versus in a marriage versus in a, I don't know, like, would you like answer that differently versus in a marriage with kids?
I haven't been married before, so I can't tell, but in
a relationship, I think it's been no for me, actually.
Yeah.
You wouldn't forgive it?
No.
But if you were married,
yes,
you would think about it?
No.
Also not.
I'm saying no now. We will see what the future brings.
Okay.
Yeah, I think married with kids, yes, I definitely consider it at that stage. Just because at that stage, it's not just about you. I think at that stage, it's about more than just like, yeah.
But you can excuse it once. If it happens twice.
Under what context? You know, like it depends.
So I saw a story about Bill Gates and his wife before they got divorced, that he actually, and maybe this is like rich people problems, you know what I'm saying? So, but he had a mistress that his wife allowed that they spent time together once a year, right, at some villa, whatever. And that was like years before they officially got divorced. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like she chose to stay like in the relationship kind of. Because I feel like so many times also like, you know, it's really like with marriages and stuff, like maybe people start growing apart and like all this kind of stuff, right? In their case, I guess maybe they have some kind of like joint conversation about it, right? But I just wonder, like, you know, like, is it enough reason, right? So, okay, because there's kids involved and stuff like this, would you cut your partner slack and let them just keep doing what they're doing? Because many people have also stayed in relationships where they're undervalued, underappreciated, for years, and you say, oh, for the kids. And yeah, I mean, the emotional parts, right? The emotional downsides of this, some people don't consider that as well, right? And if you're not emotionally there for those same kids you're staying in that marriage for, then it's useless. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the best example for something like this usually maybe is domestic violence and stuff, right?
Yeah.
People for that, don't even think, don't even consider, don't even think about it. If a man is beating you up, bro,
yeah.
What kids? If he kills you, you're not even gonna be alive to if you're saying you want to stay in it for the kids, you know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering also for cheating, because I feel cheating, maybe people just say yeah, I mean, okay, it's not domestic violence, Even sometimes we hear even parents, yo, this man just be praying. I mean, African parents, I'm sure I don't know how, I just be praying for them. There's nothing you can go and leave your husband's house. So outside there is not smiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they tell you things like that. Even on social media, you also see that, people are putting that pressure you're married, you have these kids. Think about it twice before you do it, right? Because there's nothing out there. But for the woman, you're it's not about wanting to go and look for something else out there. It's about being in a relationship where I'm not appreciated, I'm not respected, I'm not valued, right? And constantly I'm being, how do you say, I don't want to use the word slapped on the face, And so I wonder if your answers are different, and if you would tell people to or if you would personally remain in such a relationship, right? And
so would I allow my wife to have a mistress if we had kids that she would see once a year or whatever it is, Bill Gates, cheat like that? Offhand now?
If you had the kind of money Bill Gates had, maybe.
No. I think I'd have to be honest, I can't give that answer honestly now, but if I had to give a hypothetical, I think right now, I probably would. I think that the physicality is just one aspect of a relationship, I don't know, is it worth letting everything else go? Is it are we so beholden to, those sort of norms that we've grown up with, that if something can work outside of those norms, and it can make everybody happy otherwise, and then you don't have to cheat, why not? I don't see why that's a bad thing. So right now I'd say yes.
And if your partner cheated on you, would you at least be interested to maybe want to know why they did it?
Right now, I would say if a snake bites you, a poisonous snake bites you, you wouldn't go ask the snake why it bit you. You would go to the hospital and get some AIDS. And I would be so, boss bitch about it and be no, leave me alone. Don't ever call me again. But yeah, of course, if I would be in that situation, I would kind of want to know what happened. But then also, it's just going to get me in my head more.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I have to also think, is it going to help me to move on from it? Is it going to help me to heal from that sort of betrayal? If the answer is no, then should probably be, everybody's curious, of course I would want to know, but then if it's not going to help me anyhow.
But not in the context of maybe seeing maybe something could change, not in that context, just for your knowledge.
Well, I know I bring everything to the table, so
tell me about it.
I know if someone cheats on me, it's on them.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
Me that energy.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
That's
it's either they don't have enough self-confidence and they need to fill up their confidence. And I'm big on words of affirmation and all of this. I will make my partner feel confident. I will be their personal hype woman also, So, but if there's still such a lack of self-confidence in you that you have to go out there to get some appreciation or whatever it is that you're looking for from somebody else, it's on you. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I don't think I want to know also. I don't think I want to know. That's because the person who play a card of is me that caused them to cheat. You cheated because you want to cheat. It's not me. It's on you, actually.
Let me give you a very, very realistic scenario. Yeah. Something I've heard. I mean, I believe this happens a lot, right? So your partner, I hope this is adulterated. Your partner, like, doesn't like so when you have like intercourse, right? They are not maybe satisfying you like sexually. Yeah. I think there are ways to like solve this. You talk about it, and maybe you even seek. Maybe some people go for therapy for this. I don't know. I'm not married yet, so I don't know how this works. But
I don't want to say anything.
You talk
have
about
a lot to say.
So you talk about it, but it's like, okay, it's not working, like, and you're like, but I feel like I need to satisfy my pleasure somehow as a guy. And you're able to get like that thing from outside somewhere else, right? And somehow it then came to light that, you were cheating, whatever. And the guy came and said like, yo, like, remember we had this conversation, like, I feel like, sorry, like, I just did it because so and so. And in this case, like, as a woman, like, how would you handle this? Like, would you think like, okay, maybe there's something I could change, and like, now that I see that it's making my guy like go outside or look outside, maybe he didn't even have something with someone else yet, right? Maybe it's still at the point of like, okay, he's initiating conversations and flirting and whatever, just like we defined this to cheating, right? But you found out that this is the reason, right? Like, how do you deal with that? Like, would you like say, yo, like, okay, because I'm asking that because are there things that perhaps, a partner might want to change in themselves based on the reason why the partner cheated, and you're like, okay, maybe I could change this, or you're like, no, it's never about you as a person. Like, if someone else cheated, like, could it sometimes be about you? This is what I'm trying to drive at, and like,
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should never blame the victim in that situation. And I personally wouldn't choose to be in a relationship with someone that I couldn't sit down and talk about my desires. Yeah. I also have to say though, I grew up atheist. I grew up in an environment, not with my parents necessarily, but in German culture. You talk about such things if you have some kink, for example, and you are in a talking stage, you can talk about these things early on. It's not like a taboo to talk about sex and stuff like this in general. So I was always able, or the people I was in my environment were always able to talk about these things early on. I would only want to date someone who I feel like I can sit down with them and talk about these things openly. I wouldn't get in a relationship first and then be like, oh, by the way, I have this kink, so I'm just going to go outside and get it fulfilled by somebody else because I know you're not doing it. Or I couldn't even ask you, hey, there's this desire that I have, this fantasy or whatever. Do you consider thinking about it? And
if it did ask you and like, but you just can't fulfill it.
I see this thing, like, since we're talking about it sexually, it's not a one-person job. Like, it's both of you to come together to talk about how you can maybe spice things up or make it better. Right. It's not just you working on it. It's both of you have to. Yeah. So based on your story now, it went out to look for it. We did not agree that you should go out. So you clearly did something wrong to me.
But what if you do have the conversation and like you do have the open communication, but there's boundaries, right? Like there's like, and they can't meet you where you're asking them to meet you. Is it fair if you then say, I guess, is it fair then if you say, okay, cool, then I have to violate some other type of agreement that we have in order for me to feel fully validated? I don't know that that's unfair. Like, I don't know that, I guess if you do it honestly, it's not cheating, I guess. But I don't know, like, how do you get consent from your partner to say, if they're not willing to give that consent, like if they say no, I don't know how, I don't think it's that simple just to say that, we can just talk about it and it'll be okay.
This is a complicated
Break up and move on.
Break up or get the allowance, then it's not cheating anymore.
It's easier to say though, like, but when you're married, and as Christians, like, you shouldn't do this thing before you get married, right? If you believe in Christian values,
You shouldn't.
which means that you don't know how this person is performing. You know what I'm saying? So now you're in a marriage and you end up realizing like,
in fact, it's because you've tried different people. That's why you know that one is not good.
I like that. Actually, like, there's this thing Solomon Bucci talks about, like, there's, if you want to know more about this stuff, maybe just go to his page, where he talked, a bit about this, especially like before you get married. But I mean, like, for me, I still argue like, okay, you've tried it, fine. There's nothing you can do. You can't change it.
Okay.
And now you're in a marriage with someone who has not, but how do you? But I think usually, they say like, this is like, it's a discovery process, right? And both of you can like together, like, discover your way, through it, right? Anywho, we're running out of time, unfortunately. But I did run a poll on my Instagram and I asked for some horrible, not horrible necessarily, but like cheating experiences from people. So I got one response. And this person said, he's been cheating on me for over 5 years. Always coming back to say it won't happen again. So one day I did my own back and it felt good. This is also this revenge cheating. There's so many things we couldn't go into today, unfortunately. But the person said, unfortunately, mine came with emotions and I might be leaving him. Good. So I guess she's saying, maybe, I don't know if it's a he or a she actually, because it's anonymous. But actually, this should be a she writing this, right? So, because she said I might be leaving him. So I get maybe she got emotional with the new person. He doesn't know yet, but I know he feels that the connection between us is gone. Oti law. That's what she.
It sweets me. Do your own back.
Come on, but do you think so though? So like revenge cheating, is that a thing? Like
he's been cheating for 5 years.
Yeah, but should you like?
In the first place, she shouldn't be there. She shouldn't be there. But as she's there, she sat down there for 5 years. It's time to do the thing that Itu is doing now. She is sweeting him. I want something that will sweet me too.
Yo, okay. I see you talking. I see you. Okay, but you guys
I think she shouldn't do it for the pure purpose of revenge.
Okay.
But if she's so emotionally attached that she cannot move on from a man after 5 years of cheating, which means she is very emotionally attached and probably go find somebody else, please. Why are you still in the relationship if it helps you to move on and get out of there?
Let me tell her.
Girl, get out of there. Get out of there. Find somebody else. Fall in love with someone who's better.
Yeah.
And then get out of there. Or find a nice man for a rebound and then break that up. Heal for like a year and then find someone who's way better. And don't settle anymore, please. You're too good for this.
Oh my gosh, she said find someone for a rebound.
Well, sometimes if you're in a relationship for this long, for 5 years,
you need one first,
you are broken. You need a
soft
landing first. And then you need some time for healing, and then
the streets are red, man. Guys, be careful out there. You don't know if someone is using it for rebound. So please, just okay. Anywho, this one was a poll now, right? And I was asking. The question was: you saw your friend's partner cheating, right? Would you tell? And this was a close one. Originally, like the yeses were still the yeses won, right? So 56% actually said they would tell. So which is, I'm going to tell my friend that, I saw your partner cheating. And 44, which is, I think it's kind of close because it's not like 80-20.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you were in this case, like, why would you or would you not want to, would you just want to mind your business? Like, it's not my business. Like, or so Louis looking at me like.
Okay, so I've been in this situation before.
You've been in it? Tell me about it. What's the story?
No, there was a friend. I was friends with both of them. And one
which is even more.
Yeah,
Go for
which
it.
is a little bit difficult. So, and then the one was cheating, and man, it's hard, hey? Like it puts you in such a difficult situation because you care about the victim, like the one who was cheated on in this scenario. But at the same time, like you're gonna have such a big hand in the outcome of their relationship. So I just didn't take that lightly. Like I just was like what should I do here? I chose to not do anything.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I chose to speak to them individually, but not, and really ask the one, like, why, like what's happening.
Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, like,
was that a guy or the girl?
It's happened both ways. It's been one time when it was a guy,
okay,
and one time when it was a girl. And I just engage with them kind of separately, but I don't tell the other one in that scenario. I leave it to them to kind of come together.
Okay, so
you say okay. What would you do?
So I have two scenarios close to me.
Oh.
So I would not tell my the other partner, and like I will not tell the other.
So you won't tell the other person?
Yeah, I will not.
Who is your friend, right?
Yeah, I will not.
Wow.
And there's one where I'm friends with both, and the guy was flirting with me. Yeah, so I cannot tell her, but I just want the guy. Like, don't do that.
Wow.
So,
but would you take it as a breach of trust if your friend didn't tell you that? How do you say now? Like in this case, if you were on the other
she'll
side,
never know.
What
if she finds out?
Good luck.
Wow. Okay, Luis.
I would tell my friend. Yeah.
Wow.
I would tell my friend. I mean, my circle is small by now, so I have so much love for all of my friends. They're like my family, and I want only the best for them. And if I see their partner cheating, it really depends. If I know the partner and I know the person is usually a really, like, I could step into a conversation with them, I would probably like call them out and be like, hey, you better talk to her before I do. But like, I will tell my friends. Yeah.
Wow.
No cheaters safe around me.
You got that, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So until I'm in that situation.
It's actually very tricky.
It's a tricky one because I think there are also people who would like come at you and like, you just maybe don't want, like you're jealous of like my good relationship, whatever. And sometimes also as a girl, you just want to play that safe because it's like, okay. Especially sometimes like when the signs are there around this guy, like this dude is bad news on arrival. You know what I'm saying? And you've like been telling this girl, your friend, like, well, it's like, she's so like in love and like in, and so now you actually saw him in the act.
You've never seen it, like sometimes it even goes like they come together after I've told you that I've broken up. I saw your partner cheating.
Yeah.
Then they come together. I'm sorry. Then they'll be against you.
Very true. And you'll be in the middle.
Yeah. So, please.
So for that, you prefer to not like step into it.
Okay.
Because there's a saying we always say, like in Nigeria, they'll be like, if a husband and wife are fighting, like don't interfere, right? Into it, because you're gonna settle in the bedroom and like you're the one who's gonna be in the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting stuff. It's been a nice one talking to you guys. Thank you for your time. We have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
But before we go, I still have kind of like rapid fire questions, right? So just quick one. We kind of like do it, one like less than a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna have a part 2 for this episode, by the way. So we still want to we want to like go deeper like into this like cheating topic, especially like in the context of marriage. People who have been cheated on and have cheated in marriages, like, because it's kind of like a different ballgame, right? In that context. But anyways, I'll just make this quick, right? What's the one thing you think every relationship needs to like what they need to avoid cheating? Do you have like one? Would you just call it discipline? Maybe we've talked about it. No, but for you guys, like, is there
security?
Huh?
Security, like trust. Like I'm secure in this relationship.
Okay, so it's just making your partner feel secure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Some people just go out there and cheat because they don't feel secure. They feel like, oh, my partner is probably doing it as well, so I'm just gonna do the damage first before they can do it.
Right.
Can a relationship survive after cheating?
Yeah.
Some do. Some prove that they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
At least not the same.
It won't be the same no more. Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating? Wow.
That's a tough one.
Or equally bad. I mean, they're both also good.
Yeah. I think we go for equally.
equally, yeah.
I don't know why I'm giving you guys the answer, but you just
equally.
Yeah,
In very different ways, but equally bad.
Okay. What's the one sign that someone might be cheating?
How long they take to reply your text?
Yo!
Wow.
Are you sure about that?
I don't think
What if I'm busy, bro? Like,
yeah.
what's yours?
A sign that they're cheating.
Yeah. Why you be like, yo, this guy is definitely. What's that one sign?
When you're questioning your own, like your own mental well-being in terms of like, am I tripping? Because cheaters, like serial cheaters, are good liars. Good liars. So,
okay.
Yeah, But when I question myself, like, am I really, is that,
Okay.
Then I'm like, okay.
And the YOLO?
I think it's in the conversation. If you hear someone will drop breadcrumbs, they'll be like, hey, like, I really enjoyed spending time with so-and-so who's different from you like this, or I really enjoyed blah, 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 this event. There's like signs that you can kind of read. And I think then you start to subconsciously put it together and you start to feel uncomfortable. And then it's probably something's going on.
Yeah, the discomfort.
So another one is like maybe on a norm, I could have access to your phone. Now I don't have access anymore. So
yeah.
This phone topic is another one. Why?
No. I mean, nowadays you can have the 24-hour chats, and then there's Snapchat and all of this. So cheaters have it very, very easy with technology nowadays.
Of course, and you go and make password. Anywho, okay, maybe I'll do one more. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who has been cheated on, what would it be? How are you?
Don't blame yourself.
I like
Take your time to heal.
Yeah.
Love yourself. And don't settle.
You deserve better.
You deserve better.
This is deep.
I would say reflect, like maybe there's reflect on where you are right now. Reflect on maybe I don't want to make it seem like it's like you're trying to see what's wrong with you, but like in the sense of how can I protect myself better? Like that's what I mean by reflect. You have to ask that question, and then just start from there.
Period.
Just sometimes know that it's not your fault. It's just in their body to cheat. It's not you.
I like that. I think for me also it would be the same. If there's one thing, it would be this, like, because I feel like the emotional damage that cheating does to you sometimes, to the cheatee, the person that has been cheated on, to the victim is, making you feel like, is there something I could have changed? And like, is there something I could have done better?
Yeah.
Maybe is there something wrong with me? Maybe I'm not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest, I think, thing that it does to you.
Yeah. This
making you doubt yourself and like, feeling like maybe something is wrong with me. No one is ever going to value me. Like, and for me, it's the same. That's the same advice. Like, like, don't think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, like if someone decided, like we all agreed, like cheating is a decision, right? So if they decided to cheat, it's not you, right?
Yeah.
And do not let that affect like your self-worth, let that affect your, how you see yourself. Know that better,
don't
things,
beat yourself
up. Yeah, exactly. Are coming for you. Better relationships and like, God is bringing you into a place of meeting people that value you and that respect you. And
preach on, pastor.
Can I preach, Mr. Producer? Okay. Amen. Yo, it's been awesome. Thanks for sticking with us for this long. As usual, please like and subscribe to Onlyfacts, yeah? And for this episode, let us know, right? So I'm curious also from the audience, what are some of the experiences you've had, right? Stories you've heard about like cheating and, would you forgive a cheating partner? Feel free to let us know, comment your thoughts on some of the things we've covered today. As always, we're going to be back, same time, same channel next week. We go nowhere. And we're bringing you all the juicy topics. No? Until then, we say stay safe, y'all.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Like
Drink
you said,
water.
Drink water. Stay healthy. And to Mr. and Mrs. Lou, I mean, not Mr. and Mrs. in terms of husband and wife, but Mr. and Miss Lou, two Lou's together. It's been a bomb blast, no? I love you guys, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
We enjoyed your company.
We appreciate you too.
We enjoyed it. And guys, we'll see you on next time later. Peace out.
Ta-da!
And have a good time.